best offensive game since I've been here. We had 7 possessions, scored 6 touchdowns, and had that 1 pick on the first down play. All the guys really played well, ran the ball pretty well. Only had 55 plays. It was a fast game. I think somebody said Georgia and Kentucky's in the third quarter right now, so we raced past them. But that's what happens when you play a running team that just keeps running. You can't get them off the field. And that's how you get beat if your offense doesn't score when they're out there. But fortunately, a lot of our guys made some big plays. Alshon, Ace Sanders, and Connor had his best game, I think, ever here as a Gamecock, rushing for over 100. And then obviously hitting 16 out of 18 for 217 yards. So he definitely was a game ball guy. So anyway, it was good. Football is a team sport, and it was time the offense sort of picked up the team and you know, have the main part in helping us win the game. Our coverage, kickoff coverage, was pitiful. That's all you can say. It's pitiful. The guys out there can't tackle the Citadel players. But that's where we are right now, and we'll try to do something next week to see if we can cover a kickoff or 2. But other than that, just made a bunch of 3rd, 4th downs again, made a bunch of 3rd downs. It was a tough battle. Those Citadel players played their hearts out. And if they'd had a few breaks, maybe early in the game, they easily could have beat us. I think they had 4 fumbles and got every one of them. So that shows you how alert maybe we were or whatever. But and we had a bunch of injuries today. Had a bunch of guys get nicked up. And I don't know if that's a sign you're not completely ready to play or not. But we had tremendous respect for Citadel and knew that they could beat us. And we had no excuses for getting in a tight ball game with them. So we're happy to have won it, and we'll enjoy having 9 wins and try to regroup and see if we can give Clemson a game next week. Okay, any questions?
Steve, could you give us an injury update on Bruce, DeMario, and Jadeveon?
Yeah, Bruce had a little bit of a sprained ankle. I think Jadeveon had a concussion there, and Devontae got hit in the head again, I think, and he was out. And who was the other one?
Watkins and D. Jeffrey.
Rokevius Watkins?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know he was hurt. DeMario looked like he may have cracked a bone in his leg or twisted his ankle. I'm not exactly sure. Do you know, Finker? I don't know. He was in pain there. But, yeah, we had more little nicks and bruises than we've had in any game this year. And I don't know why, but that's how it happened.
Steve, how nice was it to be able to get the passing game going, and especially that catch by Alshon? I imagine one of the nicer ones you've seen.
Well, again, we only threw 18 passes. I mean, gee, these other teams, they throw 50. So, but hit 16 out of 18 is pretty good. And we had to make the most out of our opportunities out there, because obviously 7 possessions is not a lot. But that's what happens when a team can run the ball like Citadel and make a bunch of first downs. So we had to stay out there, which we did. We never punted and only had 26 minutes and change out on the field. So that's how you can win. That's how a team like Citadel can beat us. And if we sputtered around offensively, shoot, they easily could have won the game.
Yeah, Alshon catch too.
Yeah, Alshon been trying to hang up some balls to him, and finally Connor locked one up nicely outside and in the corner there. And he made a nice catch. Ace had a good play there. Started the 3rd quarter, and then we were able to get Buster Anderson one there at the end after another penalty. Sometimes I'm amazed at some of the stupidity that our players do, hitting the guy right in the back. I mean, you'd think they don't even know the rules of football when they just come up and push somebody right in the back of their numbers. But we still do a lot of stupid things. That's what's irritating, and that's why we're not a great team. We're a pretty good team, but we're not a great team by any means. So we got a lot of work to do, and we're redshirting a lot of guys I think are going to be good football players, though. So next year, I'm hoping we're going to have some guys that can cover kickoffs. Right now, I don't know if we got anybody. We don't have too much that can cover. Simple as that. We've tried about everybody, and I guess we'll keep trying. But there's hope next year that we got some redshirt guys. So write that. There's hope. There's hope next year, fans. We're not going to look like this, I hope, forever. Although we may look like this the rest of this year if we have to put the same guys out there. So I don't know what we can do, but we'll keep kicking it on the ground, letting them start at 35 or 40, I guess. That's about the best we can do right now. Pretty embarrassing for a a bunch of guys that supposedly are pretty good athletes that you know, care. But anyway, we'll try to get them to make a tackle inside of 30 before the year's over. That'd be encouraging. Tell them a little ticked at that. That's ridiculous. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Coach, for their talent level, did the Citadel play a near perfect game today? And also, just in only the second year of running the option, what kind of job does Kevin Higgins done?
They could have actually played a little bit better. Remember, they missed that 3rd and 1 right at the end of the first half. Had to kick field goal. I thought when they had 3rd and 1, they're going to run it twice. I don't know how we're going to stop 3rd and 1 twice. And we stopped the 3rd and 1, and they kicked the field goal on about 4th and 2 there. And gosh, we made all of our 4th downs. Had a 4th and 9 that Connor ran for, and a couple other 4ths here and there. So, you know, you take a few of those away, and those guys make that one. Who knows what could have happened today? We're very fortunate to get out of this thing. Very fortunate. We don't play every week where we never have to punt. Or we didn't punt. I guess we could have punted once or twice there, but it was a game the offensive guys really played well, and we came off a bunch of stupid penalties in that also. So it was anyway. It was a good win, and we'll enjoy it tonight and get ready for our next opponent starting Monday or Sunday. Okay, over here, Coach, is Sunday.
Coach, did you think that facing Navy earlier in the year, they run that similar option offense, did that prepare you a little
bit better? It doesn't matter. We've never stopped one completely yet. I don't know if we ever will. I don't know if we ever will. Have we ever really just flat stymied one of those triple option teams? Josh, you remember? Wofford always goes up and down the field, and we struggle to beat them. We played much better against the conventional teams, you know, the Tennessees, Mississippi States, and those guys. But for some reason, we struggle against these teams. But the defense has had a super year, super red zone defense all year. And maybe today was just a day we had a down day. But still, 20 points, we should be able to score more than 20 points, which we did. So, went bad.
First quarter, first half, you rotated Gibson and Patrick in for your 2 senior linemen. Was there a performance issue there, or were you just trying to get more guys in the rotation?
No, I just told Sean, let those 2 guys play a little bit during the course of the game. He said, all right. So I looked out there, and he said, you said let him play, Coach. I said, okay, let him play. I think, you know, wasn't any difference. Whoever's in there, we went down the field and scored. Connor had a little careless pick there on 1st down. I don't know how that exactly happened, but that was, and then we bobbled, you know, the first fumble they gave us, we tried to scoop it up and bobbled it around and then allowed them to recover. And then the kid punted the ball about 80 yards, and then we throw a pick. And that's how you get beat when things like that happen. I guess Antonio scooped it first and missed it, and then Melvin had his hands on it a few times, and we couldn't even fall on it. So that was sort of the way the day went for us defensively. They got every loose ball, and we did force a couple of punts, though, I think. Let's see, how many punts did they have? 3. 3 punts for 45, yeah. So that's not bad. Right.
Steve, after having Alshon for 3 years, do you kind of stop being amazed at some of the catches that he can make?
Well, he makes them like that in practice, and we've seen him like that. And obviously, we'd like to get some more balls up in the air, and finally got one there. Citadel they actually had a pretty decent little defensive scheme, I think. They looked like bump and run, and the guy would bail back about half the time, and then every now and then he'd stay up there. So we finally, got him sort of one-on-one and just jump balled it. That's all that was for the touchdown.
Steve, a lot of people have been around the state, been looking forward to the matchup next week for over a month now, probably, and now that you can finally turn your attention to it.
My attention's on Georgia and Kentucky right now. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to get too fired up. It's 12-10 going into the 4th quarter. Y'all know that?
19-10, Will.
Huh?
19-10.
Oh. Shouldn't have mentioned it. All right, go ahead. All right. Yeah, we'll start talking about Clemson tomorrow and the next day and so forth. Yeah, we tell our guys to enjoy this victory. There's plenty of time to start talking about the next opponent. So we'll start doing that tomorrow. We have at 2 o'clock call-in press conference on the telephone there.
Do you feel like you're going to match up with? Please wait for a microphone, please. Sorry. Back in the room. Good.
we didn't match up with Citadel very well today, so we'll worry about Clemson and our opponent next week, really. Yeah. Okay. Anything else about the Citadel?
Anything else?
Yeah. 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 You'd think those guys would won more games. You know, they were able to run the ball up and down the field. They played tough. They lost some close heartbreakers this year. And Coach Higgins does a super job down there with those guys. So anyways, good win for us. All right.
Thank you, Coach.
Georgia just scored again.